Hey boys and girls and queers, it's Davina, aka Pirate Girl. So I gotta get back on my roll here. I was starting to do some videos week after week. And then we went to Earthbeat Festival for 5 days, which was amazing. New Zealand really does festivals well. Earthbeat is family oriented. There was music, there was yoga, there was amazing workshops, everything from biodynamic farming to blockchain, decentralized society. It was awesome. Andrew and I had a great time. When you're at an event like this with so many people all gathered together with such a high vibration where we're all kind of on the same love vibe, where we're all talking about how we're going to change our society, how we're going to heal ourselves, how we're going to heal the earth, it's really easy to feel super hopeful. Things are changing. Consciousness is rising. Then we got back, my friend Baraka assures me that's just a natural low after something so exuberating. But the week we got back, I was just completely exhausted. And I watched the movie, Michael Moore produced it, called Planet of the Humans. Have you seen this one? It was about the environmental movement and green technologies like solar panels and wind energy and what's called biomass.
This absolutely cannot extend civilization's life. This relies on the most toxic and industrial processes that we've ever created.
How actually, if you look at how all of these things are made and how green energy, what that actually means, it's a fucking sham. And I was left with that feeling, you know the one, we're so fucked. We're so fucked. Do you ever feel like that? It's really hard not to. I mean, if you watch the news at all, oh my God, there's so much shit happening. And it's really fucking scary. I mean, I keep bouncing from despair to hopeful anticipation.
So how do we find balance and err on the side of hope during these turbulent times?
There's a guy who did a documentary called 2040, and he travels around the world and looks at all these amazing initiatives, you know, to help save the world.
Bangladesh has one of the largest solar home system markets in the world. Over 5 million solar home systems. So most households in every rural area in Bangladesh actually has a solar home system.
But he never looks at the fundamental issue. And that's kind of the thing. It's like if we're not going to be able to just carry on like we're carrying on and think that anything's going to change. There's some underlying shift that has to happen. We have to really identify that the powers that be that are holding this hierarchical system that we live under, those powers that be are holding us in this pattern because they want to make a fucking profit. Now we got to get really clear about that. My sister asked me to do a video about the system. What is the system? What do you mean by the system? It's kind of like that thing about a fish. So there's these two little fish swimming along and an older fish comes swimming by and she's like, "Hey fellas, how's the water?" The two little fish swim on, and after a while one of them turns to the other and goes, "What the hell is water?" It's really hard to look at the system that we live in, that we've always lived in, that we've lived in for thousands of years, and identify that it's a system and that we don't have to live in that kind of system anymore. That's the thing that's fucking us over. all of the different things that are wrong, all of the ways that humanity is fucking up, they're all connected. There is a fundamental issue. The thing is, our society, our colonizer, capitalist society, is built on a story. And that story is like a wound. It is so against the truth. And we have to constantly try to fill that void that it leaves in us. That's the fundamental thing that needs to change. We need to get our story straight. Actually, maybe straight has been the problem. Maybe we need to get our story circle. New Earth rising.